So let me tell y'all how I've been in the hospital 5 days, and this man ain't came to see me not one time, y'all. Well, just the backstory. I'm pregnant by a married man, and we've been dealing with each other for what, 6-7 years. And the whole time we was messing with each other, he kept telling me he gonna leave his wife, and da-da-da. Keep in mind, I done had like 4 with him, y'all. Hey, y'all. I did not expect this to be my part 2. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm hurting. This man was so excited about this baby, and he has not helped me do nothing. I guess he told his wife last night he had to work, so he was here till like 6 in the morning. But he was here for no reason, because he didn't even help me with the baby.
You know the type of love that I pray never meets me. The type of love where a man goes public with his person and behind closed doors, he is just completely dogging that woman out, giving all these women in the streets one up on her. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it's always that man out there who shows somebody off, and as you scroll in the picture, it's 10-20 women out there to be like, girl, he ain't nothing, he done did this to me, he did that. Like, it's one thing to say you made a mistake, or you know,
everybody.
Her caption reads, "This video is a nightmare. So at Madison Humphrey, hey girl, hey, please do your thing. May or may not delete later if not. I did not want a proposal at my graduation party, and I told him this too." Ooh.
The reason why so many men and women are heavily invested in making sure that women continue to pursue romantic relationships with men is because the moment women withdraw their energy from men, it would be the end of this world.
Hello fam, how are you all doing? I hope you all are good. A lady went to a restaurant to celebrate her birthday with her friends. When she got to the restaurant, she saw a man that has been asking her out for some time. So she decided that the man will be the person to pay her bills. When the waitress brought her bills, she took the bill to the man's table. That man was in that restaurant with a woman. He was on a date with another woman. So this other lady waited for that man's date to go to the bathroom before she took the bill to the man. When the man's date came back from the bathroom and saw the bill, the man told his date that the lady that brought the bill is his cousin, that she's broke and she needed help. Both the man's date and the lady that took the bill to the man came to the internet to fight. Let's watch their video.
If you do not have any money, stay home.
Lie that. When you look good, man will pay. Go out broke. A nigga gonna see you and pay.
Okay, before I continue this reaction video, a beautiful Jamaican girl goes out with her friends to enjoy their birthday. While she's out, she sees a man that has been texting down her phone, trying to get with her on a date with someone else. So when her bills come, she gives the man the bill while his date is in the bathroom. When his date comes back, he tells his date, oh, she couldn't afford to pay her bill. He tells the beautiful young Jamaican girl that that is not his date. That is, in fact, his cousin. The cousin decided to get on social media and rant. So this is the reaction.
Why am I on a date last night and I went to the bathroom and come back and my date is helping a girl clear the bill?
Because man's supposed to pay the bill. We don't care if you're on a date with him. Your man is paying the bill. You're too enough. You're too enough.
Why is my date clearing your bill?
Because your date likes me. Your date, he likes me. And just because he's out with you don't mean he not gonna pay me too. Crazy girl.
Me asking about him too, because I'm like, what's going on here? Like, would not feel anyone just come out and just expect somebody to pay for y'all? You don't
Yes, that is exactly what we expect because we look good. We can do that.
have any money, stay home.
No. Why would you stay home when you don't have money when there's men on the road with money? You don't stay home when you're broke. You go out when you're broke so you can find the men with money so they can... What's up with her?
And to be fair, I run $1 million company. I still act broke. When men are around, I don't got it. You know why? Because they got it. You like me? Pay something.
We find a TikTok. I've seen your content.
Okay.
So for you to have this appearance on social media and can't pay for your food,
Hello.
that's embarrassing.
Are you slow? The appearance comes from man money. Use man money to get the appearance.
I know the name, I know the page, but I'm not gonna. He didn't even give me permission to speak on this, but I'm just like.
He didn't give you permission. You see, you need permission slips. We just need to send the bill.
I can't believe this is what y'all are doing.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. We save our money and spend your dates.
Now, I have been on a date and a man has sent a girl a bottle while he's out with me. I acted like I didn't see. She got a bottle, I got a bottle, we both won. I have been minding my business and a man sends me a bottle while he's out with his girl. Why are you attacking the girl? Why? That's what's pissing me off about this.
She said, look good and a man will pay. What do you think about that statement? I went through the comment section and people were supporting her. I mean, the birthday girl and not the man's date. Some people even said the man's date should regret making this video she made. Maybe she was thinking that the people on the internet were going to shame the birthday girl. Married men in relationship are more attractive to some women. To be honest with you, I'm not in support of what the birthday girl did and what she's saying. She feels so entitled, or because you look good, so it's a man's responsibility to spend on you. Even the creator that reacted to the video also agrees with her. When you make statements like this and make your entire existence about pleasing men and centering men, then you lose yourself as a human being. It basically means that as a woman, you are living your life for men, looking good all the time so a man can find you attractive and spend on you. When then are you going to start doing things for yourself? When are you going to stop seeking a man's approval, men's validation? If you have self-respect as a lady, I don't think you would want to find yourself in such a position. Two ladies fighting over a man that we don't even know what he looks like. He hasn't said anything about this, but these two beautiful women are on the internet embarrassing themselves. Please learn to have self-love and self-respect.
So let me tell y'all how I've been in the hospital 5 days and this man ain't came and seen me not one time, y'all. Well, just the backstory. I'm pregnant by a married man. And we've been dealing with each other for, 6-7 years? And the whole time we was messing with each other, he kept telling me he gonna leave his wife, and da-da-da-da. Keep in mind, I done had like 4 boys with him, y'all. 4 boys. And we had a question because every time he had that boyfriend. So we kept having a boyfriend because he kept telling me like, before I have a baby, he wants us to be married. So remember he said he was going to leave his wife. So I'm thinking like, okay, we're going to keep having a boyfriend. Like, he going to divorce her soon and we're going to get married. So this time I got pregnant, I'm telling him like, I'm not aborted. So how long is it going to be till you divorce your wife? So y'all, I've been in the hospital, like I said, 5 days, and he hasn't been up here not one time. I've been blowing him up, y'all. He ain't been answering the phone. So I'm thinking about reaching out to the wife, like, I don't think she know about me, y'all. Like, it's been 6 years, but I don't think she know about me. So I'm thinking about reaching out to her and telling her that I'm pregnant. And I'm in the hospital because he need to be up here. What y'all think I should do? Y'all think I should call her? or I'm up here losing my mind. I feel like he need to be up here supporting me. I don't care that he's married. Like, shit, we practically married. Like, we've been dealing with each other for a long time. And I don't know why he hasn't divorced her yet. Y'all think he not leaving her? At this point, I'm thinking he not leaving her, because why he ain't divorced her yet, and why he not up here with me? Tell me what y'all think I should do.
You never saw anything wrong with that. It never crossed your mind for once for you to call the man's wife and let the woman know what the husband has been up to. But because the man is not showing up for you, now you're thinking about calling the wife. Well, what do you want the wife to do? To pick a fight with the husband? To get angry and leave the husband for you? I know some women do that. The reason why they call up the wives to the people they are dating secretly is because they want the wife to know what the man has been up to. They expect her to get angry, move out of the house, either separate from him or divorce him, so they can comfortably move in and be with the man. Sometimes you would hear some women say they're not going to leave the house for the side chick to move in. It's not a do or die affair. If a man goes out there to cheat on you, he does not regard you. He has obviously disrespected you. So there's no point wanting to stay put in that marriage, in that house where your partner does not regard you. You should always consider your health, because that man can go out there, get infected, come back home and infect you. Going to the comment, people were saying good for her, she deserves it. She had the audacity to say they are technically married because they've been together for over 6 to 7 years. A married man telling you that he's going to divorce his wife and be with you. How dense can you be? Men lie a lot. If you see a man double dating, if you see a man two-timing, if you see a man having side chicks, just know that that man is a good liar. He's telling different women different stories. So why would you believe a cheating husband? Why would you believe whatever he tells you? Some women don't mind. They just want to be the second woman. They want to be the side chick. Some women love it being the side chick. They don't mind. I think she brought this upon herself, so she has to deal with it and leave the internet people alone.
Hey, y'all. I did not expect this to be my part 2. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm hurting. This man was so excited about this baby, and he has not helped me do nothing. I guess he told his wife last night he had to work, so he was here till like 6 in the morning. But he was here for no reason, because he didn't even help me with the baby. And I'm just so annoyed, because it's just always something. Yesterday, he was supposed to pick us up from the hospital. He didn't pick us up. I ended up having to take a taxi. And I'm just aggravated because I didn't think I was going to be doing it by myself. Y'all have been dragging me for days. Like, it's always that way though. Like, I don't understand how everybody like dragging me. I didn't know he was married at first, and I'm not married. Like, I don't owe anybody no loyalty. Like, he's the one that's married. He owe his wife loyalty, not me. But I guess this is what I get. I'm raising a baby by myself.
The next video coming up is about a man that shared his story on how his mom told him that she loves the man she was dating more than him, her son. A lot of women are male-centered. They can do anything and everything just to have a man in their life. Let's have a look at the video.
My mother had a conversation with me. She looked at me and she said, "Andrew, I love him more than I love you." I was complaining about my stepdad to her. And I asked her, "Why are you defending him? Why do you always defend him? Why don't you ever take my side?" And she looked at me and she said, "Andrew, I love him more than I love you." I was just stunned, and I was like, "How can you say that? How can you say that you love him more than you love me? I'm your son." And she was like, "You're my son, and that's exactly why I love him more. I have to choose every day to love him. But I love you automatically." So she's like, I have to put more into that relationship. I love him more than I love you. Never to this day have I ever forgiven that conversation. But because that hard conversation happened, I was able to adjust my behaviors for the rest of my life so that I never over-relied on my mother. I never put too much at stake in that relationship. I never risked really being disappointed by her.
This particular video is very controversial. People have different take. I'll take time to go through the comments so we can hear what people are saying. I know before I played the video, I said some women are willing to choose their partner over their children. Not their children's biological father, but a partner they met after they left their children's biological father. I've seen stories where women were willing to kick their children, their female children, out of the house because the female children complained to them that their stepfathers were molesting them. They would rather listen to the stepfather than listen to their children. They do that because of the fear of losing those men. Does that make sense? I would never pick a man over my kids. As a mother of 3, I can't relate. That's horrible. On behalf of all real mothers out there, I'm so sorry she said that to you. You did not deserve that. No one does. What kind of a mother says that to her son? As a married woman of 20 years with children whom I love and adore to the moon, understand exactly what the mom was trying to say. As an adult, you will understand. But as a child, no. To hear that from a person that he or she loves deeply, it's really hard to accept and deal with. This one says, you never forgave her. Forgave her for what? She set the best example for you, for your marriage one day, and that was her job to teach you to be a good husband first and father. You are supposed to grow up and leave. Her marriage is till death. It's you first, then your spouse, and then your children. Someone replied and said, a mother who could put anyone ahead of her children is not a good mother. A mother who tells her child they love someone else more than them is not a good mother. I have to choose every day to love him, but I love you automatically has broken me. Andrew's mom is manipulative. People forget that when all the kids you've raised up go out in the world to start their own lives, you will stay with your partner as your companion for life. Someone replied and said, true, but to verbally say I love your stepdad more, looking at his son's eyes, that's brutal. No mother should say that, period. The comments are confusing me. So a woman should love her kids more, and the man should love the wife more than his mother, who loves the husband then. I'm sorry, she literally manipulated him with that answer, making it seem like it's a logical thing. Gaslighted her poor son. To be honest with you, I don't think that her statement does make sense. Like I already said, loving your partner is conditional, but loving a child that you bore is unconditional. Parental love and romantic love are two fundamentally different attachment systems. Like I said, a romantic love for a partner is very conditional and reciprocal, based on emotional, sexual, and psychological compatibility. I think that woman might be struggling with boundary confusion, emotional imbalance. Loving your child is different from loving a romantic partner. They are totally different. You give your child unconditional love. I know some women don't love their children based on different circumstances, but let's take such factors away. You give your child unconditional love because you bore that child, because of the oxytocin and hormone and other hormones, because of the bond. That child stayed in you for months. You cannot compare such to meeting a romantic partner that tomorrow might say he does not want to date you anymore. Please let me know what you think about this in the comment section.
You know the type of love that I pray never meets me. The type of love where a man goes public with his person and behind closed doors, he is just completely dogging that woman out, giving all these women in the streets one up on her. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it's always that man out there who shows somebody off, and as you scroll in the picture, it's 10-20 women out there to be like, girl, he ain't nothing, he done did this to me, he did that. Like, it's one thing to say you made a mistake, or but you out here munching carpets, eating groceries, giving out money, trips, making babies, telling the business, telling the whereabouts, all that, putting people in y'all life. Like, I think that is just so distasteful, and I pray that that love never finds me. And that's just crazy to me, for a man to claim that he love a woman and completely just treat them like trash behind doors. Once or twice, you know what I'm saying, throughout a lifetime or relationships, things are gonna happen. But when it's that consistent and you that damn embarrassing, God, please never send me a man like that. Period. Never. Hashtag, I pray that love never meets me.
Imagine your patient telling you he knows he has HIV. His partner doesn't know. He's not telling her, and he knows that you can't tell her either. I was a medical supervisor for a clinic in one of the largest cities in the United States. Part of my job would include informing patients when their results came back unfavorable. 2 cases that stuck out to me the most. One was a 13-year-old girl, and one was a guy who was in a relationship with a woman. When his results came back, I called him into the office. Part of my job was the counseling portion. When I told him that he was HIV positive, he had no reaction. But then what he did next led me to believe my suspicions that he already knew. So I asked him for his partner's information so we can call her in and help them get treatment, as well as reporting it to the health department. He looked me dead in the eye with a straight face and he says, "I'm not telling her, and I know you can't tell her either." Of course, all the contact information he had on file was incorrect. He looked at me with the straightest face, got up and walked up out of there, and we never saw that man again. It was at that time that I decided to go celibate, probably for the second or third time. That stint went on for about 3 years. I mean, I was literally afraid of men and whatever they had to offer. But then I had a 13-year-old who was a patient, and this is the first time I've ever cried on the job. I'm saying that to say she looked older than 13, but you can tell she wasn't much older than 18, maybe. And guys don't care how old you are when they only got one thing in mind. I asked her if she had a parent or guardian present, and she said her boyfriend in the car, who was 30 years old. Now, for some strange reason, at some point, they have passed a law that if they're over 12, the parents have to leave the room anyway. So I went on to give her her results, and she just kind of said, "Okay." And I froze because I knew in that moment she had no idea how her life was about to change. I asked her if there was anybody she wanted to call or she wanted me to call, and she said no. And part of patient education is making sure you explain things in layman's terms, but also on their level of understanding. So I asked her, "Can you tell me what this means?" And she thought it was just like an infection that she could take an antibiotic for and it would go away. I did my best to explain the disease process. I gave her some brochures and also like some ways she can get her medication paid for. At some point, I must have used the word lifelong, and that's when it clicked for her. I held my tears back until she left the clinic, and then I lost it. If I ever hated any nursing job, that had to be the one I hated the most. I left shortly after.
All right, this is going to piss some of you off, but maybe y'all need to be a little bit angrier, actually. I need you to stop seeing men as these good, misunderstood, naive, constantly trying creatures. I hear so many women talk about, like, if only he just understood. He just doesn't get it, but if I can get him to get it, then everything will be better. But let me ask you this. Is a man who can't learn actually trying? Has he been fired from jobs before for being unable to meet the demands of the job? Because if he actually cannot understand what he's done wrong or how he hurts other people or his impact on other human beings, that would make him incredibly dumb. And if he really is that good and kind-hearted and willing to learn, but somehow completely unable to do so after you've sat him down for long conversation after long conversation after long conversation, my question to you becomes, why do you want to be with a man like that? Because being with a partner like that would be a handicap for your entire life. Because if we can all be honest to ourselves, that's actually all just complete bullshit. And the reason I talk about radical responsibility so often is that Men know this. They're perfectly aware. Every moment in your life is a choice. At every moment, you are presented with a choice. Do I stay in bed? Do I get out of bed? Do I snap at this person who just said hi to me, or do I say hi back? Do I punch the person in the face who just gave me the coffee, or do I give him money? We go through life thinking that these things are not choices, but they are absolutely choices. And the thing about that is that means that every time you explain something to him and he goes, oh yeah, that does make sense, it's just difficult for me, he's making a choice to do whatever he can to continue treating you that way, instead of improving himself in any way to be a better partner for you. It's so important to understand that men can and should be held accountable for their actions, because once you understand that, you can see his actions clearly and make your decisions based off of that. But as long as you keep seeing him as some like misunderstood good guy who just keeps trying so hard and can't get it right, you're gonna remain stuck.
Apology without change is manipulation, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us women experience that when you deal with some certain type of men. Let me start off with the very last video. She made a whole lot of sense. Why would you be making excuses for a grown man that knows how to spell his name, knows how to bag a job, a man that has a degree? Let's say he doesn't even have a degree, a man that has his senses functioning, and that man tells you that he doesn't get something, or he had no idea this was hurting you, or I didn't need to, but he keeps doing it all the time. He's not changing, and you're believing that man is manipulating you. We have to stop making excuses for men and deal with them at face value. Whatever the man shows you he's capable of, it is what he is capable of. Don't make excuses for him. If a man expects you to be correcting him every now and then, I tell you, that is most likely to be the way you will be in that relationship if you decide to marry that man. That man will continuously expect you to fix things, to remind him, to teach him, to correct him. Are you getting married to a man as a partner or a man as a child? Are you getting into that relationship because you want to be a teacher, or are you getting into that relationship because you want to build with a man, an adult, a matured human being? Then for the nurse that spoke about HIV, I think medical practitioner, they have a law that says that you have to alert people that are at risk if partners refuse to let them know. I get her parts when it comes to consent and all that, but if you feel like that person's partner is going to be at risk, you have to prevent that from happening. You have to ignore whatever law that speaks about consent and alert people you think might be in danger because of the man's health status. What do you think about those men that choose to propose to the people they are dating on their women's graduation day, on the day those women are being recognized, awarded? What do you think about that? Here is a video of a man that proposed to the woman he's dating on her graduation day. And what happened? She broke up with him because she had already told him not to propose to her, but he chose to propose to her on her graduation day. Let's have a look at the video.
Now that's the update I like to see. There's a girl on this app. This man was on one knee proposing to her, and she looked at him, kind of giggled a little bit, and then it was taking me a second to realize what was going on. She had on her stuff for graduation, like she had just graduated school, and she looked at him and said, "What did I say?" Red flag. So I went straight to the comments. I was going through the comments, and apparently she had asked him not to propose during her graduation or the graduation party, and he did it anyway. But what I like to see, because, you know, folks be coming on this app and they be showing us stuff and then they go to defending the mans in the comments. The comment says she left that man. And then I went back, and I think her username was Nano something. I went back to the other videos and she left that man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I don't know how old you are. I want to call you young lady because it looks like you just graduated something. But I'm proud of you for leaving that man, because the fact that you told him not to do that during your graduation and he did it anyway of one of your special days, he deserved to be left on that floor. So I'm very proud of you. I don't know you. I'm your internet auntie. Don't go back.
Everybody.
Her caption reads, This video is a nightmare. So at Madison Humphrey, hey girl, hey, please do your thing. May or may not delete later if not. I did not want a proposal at my graduation party, and I told him this too. Ooh. Why do men do this shit? Why do y'all do this shit? This is so like odd. You're literally making a moment that she wanted for herself because she's proud for graduating about you now because you wanted to propose. She asked you not to, and you're just gonna go and propose anyways? Like put her in that awkward situation. You can tell by her face she was not happy about it. She literally said, I told you not to do this. In the video, I was like, holy shit, how embarrassing.
Your granddad's clothes, I look incredible.
But this is the type of update I like to see. Yes. She left that man. I love it. I'm so glad that you came up here and put your story out, the video out, and you did not stay, sis. I'm getting fatigue of the women that stay, but you left. Yeah, my kid even. Yes, we both are happy for you. You left. You knew your worth. That's a queen right there. That's a queen right there. And I know there are going to be some mad men in the comments spiraling, but Buki, she did what she needed to do. She understood the assignment. That man was not going to make you happy. That marriage was going to end up in divorce. And you, yes, love to see it.
Let's have a look at the comment section, how people are reacting to this. Why would you want to propose on her graduation day? Bro, it's her happy moment, man. I believe she planned her own graduation party too. He didn't even plan that celebration for her and tried to steal her shine. That is what a lot of them do. They disguise it as, oh, I just want to be with you. Oh, it's our special moment. No, they don't like the fact that people are recognizing you. They don't like the fact that you're shining. You have the spotlight. They want to steal that away from you. It's giving husband who let kids ruin her marathon. Yeah, I've spoken about this before. Moral of the story, whenever your partner doesn't listen, leave the relationship. Same way I told a man that I don't allow men visit me, and I don't visit men either. Tell me why this man comes to my house regardless, smiling like a damn F, saying you were not picking my calls. I banged my door so hard and blocked him. He took that opportunity because he couldn't be bothered to set up something on his own, set something up for her, so he decided to piggyback off her party. As a man, my father said, don't choose a special day to propose, but propose to make a random day special, and never propose on a birthday. I hope men read this comment and learn from it.
So I just found out something the other day, and I have to ask, women in long-term relationships or even married, are y'all okay? Because I just found out about like the lack of bodily autonomy you guys experience living with these men. And again, are you okay? Like, this woman was telling a story about how every time she would be in the kitchen just minding her business, like whether she's washing dishes, cleaning up, preparing dinner, her husband would come up behind her and just grope her, like just rub his Peter Whacker on her behind, and it just be so unwanted. He don't even try to butter her up first, nothing, just straight assault, to the point where he'd even go as far as putting his hands down her pants, just like because he thinks he can. And I'm just like, I never thought about the men who think that they have unlimited access to women because, one, they live with them, and then two, well, we're married. If I can't do it, who can't? And it's well, what if I don't want you to? This is such uncharted territory for me because I've never actually lived with a man, or honestly, I've never had to worry about that kind of thing long term. So are you guys like literally okay? I'm so sorry that this is happening to so many women. Like, because when I tell you that comment section was 9,000 comments deep of all these women saying, yeah, I agree. They just keep touching us and don't even ask. You're being assaulted in your own home. In the kitchen at that. Why would a man be there? You're not even safe in the kitchen.
Let's talk about this. I went through the comments and I did see some comments not agreeing with what she said. Some women are saying that, why would you call it assault? Are you not married to the person? Or because you're married to the man, you should have your BJJ readily available. He has the right to manhandle you. He has the right to touch you however way he wishes to touch you, because if you're married, being married does not take away your personal space. is your privacy. It doesn't take away your privacy 100%. It doesn't take away your individuality. Not because you're married and you know that at some point you might have to have sex with this man means that the man should come for sex all the time. I understand that sex is very important to some men, and majority of them get married because of that. They want to have constant access to a woman's body. So as a woman, personally, you don't need to lose yourself. Not because you're married to a man means whenever he wants sex, you give him sex, or whenever he sees you out, he starts touching you and starts disrespecting you. Some men even spank their women's bum in public. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Let's go through the comments. God forbid you're upset or depressed. They always say, I get something that will make you feel better. Lord, 1 minute, if we don't, you don't feel wanted. You want things to be spontaneous, yet somehow it's a problem. No, if you don't like being touched, tell your partner to stop. That's part of communication. But affection goes both ways. Women grab or smack their husbands too, even when men don't like it. That's just normal relationship behavior, not coercion. Marriage doesn't remove consent, but it does not make affection oppression. No, not okay. I constantly have to be at alert, even on my period. I hate the groping. I'm going to leave this relationship soon, especially if they pay all the bills. Automatic entitlement. Coercive grape and partner/marital grape is real. You all are weird as hell. If you don't like your partner, leave. Likeness does not mean your partner has to touch you all the time, touch you inappropriately. Likeness is not all about sex. Yeah, men don't get it. Oh, because you like this person means you should open up your vajayjay and let the person have his way. She replied saying, it's not about liking your partner. I don't understand where you guys are getting attraction and consent confused. But just because someone is attracted to you doesn't mean that they want you to touch them all the effing time. Not everybody likes that. This lady says, I think that's flirting. Different perspective, but I like it when my man smacks my butt, grabs me, etc. Love me some physical touch. I run a very strict household. My husband is very romantic and respectful. He gives women Adams. I don't see my husband being affectionate and flirting with me as assault. In my opinion, these are women who don't like their husbands. That's my husband for a reason. I love his attention. He's not gross or disrespectful though. I used to think this was cute, but then it escalated to coercion more than once. I don't date men anymore. But it took me a while to recognize post-breakup that I wasn't respected at all. I can't wait for my divorce. The touching is overwhelming. It sounds way worse than it is. Trust. Got to relax and experience life. It's this mentality. Don't even put a husband through this. I think a lot of women don't just like men, and that's okay. And a lot of people just don't want to be in relationship. Then she replied this person saying, Goofy, shut up. It's not about liking men. It's about wanting to be respected and not touched without somebody effing asking you to. I'm so tired of you dense women coming into the comment section thinking you're saying something profound when you're saying shit. Just shut up. My mom used to put on weight and change her hair to get my dad to leave her alone. This is why I chose a partner who respects consent, including revoked consent. This reminds me of that trend when wives were asking for husbands to leave the bathroom so they can get dressed and men refused, saying they've already seen it all. Why does he have to leave? Like, huh? If in this moment I want privacy, give it to me. This is what I'm saying. Not because you're married to someone means that the person should lose their personal space. Not because you're married to someone means that the person should not have some things reserved. Person has to put everything out there and make it all about you and your relationship. That person is an individual in that relationship. Don't forget that. Because you've slept with someone before means that you've seen the person, everything about the person, and the person should not cover up in your presence. The person should start walking naked around because you've already seen them naked. Does that make sense? I've been married 15 years and seeing that video made me cry because I hadn't realized how this type of behavior feels so oppressive and gives me anxiety. And what if you say no, then it can easily escalate into an argument because you're making them feel unwanted and rejected. A man's fragile ego, a man's insecurity is none of your business. It's not your cup of tea. Why should you be thinking about how he feels? Because you're trying to protect your own feeling. What he's doing is making you uncomfortable. So you should sacrifice your own comfort for his own ego. Like, it makes sense. Why do you think they pressure marriage and dating to gain control of you? I hated it so bad. It makes you not want them touching you ever.
The reason why so many men and women are heavily invested in making sure that women continue to pursue romantic relationships with men is because the moment women withdraw their energy from men, it would be the end of this world. It would be the end of this world. This entire world, every single institution, every society is male-centric. Religion, male worshipping. Capitalism, male-centric. Even gun culture in the United States, that is male-centric. And so the moment that women opt out, that's kind of like a bunch of people opting out of a currency system. Let's say you have $1 in your pocket. If nobody is recognizing the value of that dollar, then that dollar is now worthless. You can't be the only one that values that dollar, and you want to trade that dollar, because nobody's going to want to trade with you if they don't recognize that form of currency. And for women, being in a romantic relationship with a man is a form of currency. So a lot of women may not know the bigger picture, but they know that, hey, I can't be the only one that values men. How am I going to have any kind of currency? That kind of thing. And then with men, it's kind of like, if nobody values them, then how are they going to continue to be seen as valuable? Everybody is invested in making sure that there's a collective delusion when it comes to men and their value. Because it's kind of like a lottery situation. The more people you have playing the lottery, the bigger that money pot is going to get. So a lot of people don't have the sophisticated language or just kind of a big picture view of this to understand that this is what they're perpetuating when they try and encourage other people to, no, get back on the horse and try again. You can, whatever, like you can find your one and only and all of that. Like they're perpetuating this delusion. A lot of times they don't know that they're perpetuating it because there's this fear of this world ending. But ultimately, that's kind of what it comes down to. When you're a cog in a machine, a lot of times you don't know what the big picture is of the machine. You just know to keep doing your job. And a lot of people are just pulling that lever. A lot of women, they're at the casino, they're pulling the lever. They see you stop pulling the lever and they say, hey, what's wrong? You don't want to pull the lever anymore? You say, hey, I think I'm going to go home. I don't want to do this anymore. I haven't won. I'm not winning. I keep losing money. This is just not fun to me. I'm going to go home. And it's going to make them question things. They're sitting at the lever all by themselves. Ain't nobody in the casino no more. It's going to give them time to think. And that's dangerous. That is very, very dangerous. And they're, although they think that they're having a good time getting them little dopamine hits, they're not winning, they're losing, and they're just giving the casino more money and helping the casino just continue to make money off of them and their many, many failures. So ultimately, everybody is opted into this system, this game where we all have to be opted in for the game to work. We all have to be opted into this currency system. We all have to believe that men are valuable and that men should be the center of everybody's relationship. We all have to believe that the man is God. We all have to believe that the man is money. Even if he don't have no money. That's why so many men complain about, oh, women are going to take my money. They don't even have money. The representation of them is money. A lot of men go on the basis of their potential. I could make a lot of money. You see, I'll get rich. So the moment people start questioning that value, the moment people say, it could be valuable to you, that's fine. You can deal with that type of currency, but I'm not going to deal in that currency. This is not my form of fun. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, that's dangerous because that kind of thought process can spread. And it's different than being male averse, because that's another thing that I see women say. I don't go anywhere that men are, and I don't do anything that men do, and I don't blah blah. No. We're talking about not caring. That's different, because hating men is energy, and they like that too. That they'll take that too. But deciding that you don't want to be in a romantic relationship with men, you don't want to give your energy, your extracurricular energy, because energy is valuable. It is extremely valuable. Time is valuable. You don't want to give your time. You don't want to give your energy to a man. Houston, we have a problem. So on a smaller scale, a lot of people don't know that. They might just think, oh, I feel sad for this person. They're giving up. And it's just like, no. That person is opting out. And that is quite different from giving up. Because opting out comes from a place of power. It comes from knowing you have a choice and knowing that others know that you have a choice, seeing the game for what it is, and deciding that you do not want to play it. And every institution, every single social construct that we have relies on a lot of people collectively opting in. So the moment somebody says, I don't have to do this, we don't have to do this, yeah, that's very dangerous.
It's men. It's always men. If you think about all the ills that society is dealing with today, let's just focus on the United States right now. It always centers on men. The majority of crime, the majority of murder, the majority of rapes, the majority of beatings, robberies, it all centers on men. Yet it is men who the majority of the time hold all the power, and it's men who are often filled with hate that give you targets of your aggression for the atrocities. They'll tell you it's the immigrants. They'll tell you it's the black people. They'll tell you it's young people. They'll tell you it's people with this type of hair. It's people with nose rings, people with tattoos. They always create enemies when the commonality is men. Men need to do better. Men need to protect women and stop killing women. Men need to protect women and stop raping women. Men need to protect children and stop raping children. Men need to protect children and stop killing children. It's men. We're responsible. So are we going to do better, or we keep putting our head in the sand and pretending it's some mystical, far off being that we all have to fight? It's men. The world leaders are mostly men. The wars, everything is fucking men. We're responsible. My guess is we won't do better. We've pretended that we are the wiser, stronger, better at everything since the dawn of time. It's stupid. It's men.
Like what the other lady said, it's not about hating men, but it's about not wanting to be part of the game. It's about not wanting to be victim. You don't have to hate men to achieve this, but you have to stay away from being in a romantic relationship with men for you to achieve this and have total freedom. Being with a man is not freedom. Most men, except you have a good man, being with a man is not freedom. Marriage and relationship is like getting employed to serve a man. That is it. Except you are dealing with a good man. But if you're not dealing with a good man that is truly good, marriage and relationship is to serve men. Let's take some comment from the last video. And what the man said is not new. We already know as women because we are the ones experiencing it. We've been speaking about it for a long time. So what he said is not new. So this is what people are saying in his comment section. And most women in prison were victims fighting back. Let that sink in. Humans are supposed to be matriarchal. Men fear prison because they will directly face men without women and kids to take the abuse. Men become the target in prison. Being a female in prison is not as scary as being a male in prison. We are supposed to be matriarchal, and I would die on that hill. Women are nurturing, have more empathy, compassion, kindness, understanding, more social. It makes sense for us to be matriarchal. Men are good at destruction and violence. Happening since the beginning of time. It's really possible that Adam ate the fruit and blamed Eve. That is a story they cooked up. Patriarchy is poison.
You see this when they come marriage? Let me tell you. If you're a single girl, listen to me now. You are not missing anything. You are not doing what? You are not missing anything. Marriage is a life of service and subservience. You are coming to work. You are coming to baby another adult. You are coming to stress. The sacrifice you are going to give in marriage as a woman, from your own side, is coming like 70, 80. From the person you married, it's coming like 20, 30. And yours will be unrecognized. Yours will not be seen as the work. It is something you are going to do for a very long time, till at least the children, they find their feet, till at least they are 18. No rush inside marriage. You see anybody where they tell you now pressure you go marry, that person don't like you. Many women would already understand what marriage is, and sensible girls when they say they see the experiences of women, it has become a social experience. Not only one person they talk, and millions of women. Any woman will touch her for mouth, they tell you say you to say no, you know go do it. Any woman will touch her format, even the one will get sweet, better husband, will still tell you say, my husband is good though, but you see this marriage thing, It's not something I will do again. You say these women, they're stupid. And they tell you now, lock up. If husband come, he come. If you no come, no pressure. I said, no, put yourself under pressure. Don't be desperate. Because marriage now work. And you know, many Nigerian men, nobody train them. So you start training your children and training an adult person. Join. It will give you a headache. You can't even feel into your cup, so that you can also feel into the cup of the children. They go, they sap your energy. Everything will they sap your energy inside marriage. And your career will slow down. That's why they always tell women, be on the safe side. Make your money first. If you don't get financial security back to back, it go easy for you. We source out a lot of things. You can work out easily. Not let anybody pressure you. Matter of fact, any woman will like you say to avoid marriage. You can have your baby when you are ready. 1 or 2. I know say now you don't already know say now only me. You don't know say now you. That way you go be 2, but now only you. You get why? Listen to me today. As you go about your work today, as you go about your duty today, as you go about your businesses today, always remember this. Do not let anybody pressure you into marriage. Marriage, no before the enjoyment for women. When these patriarchs came together to talk about how they will systemize marriage, how they will make it an institution, how they will put it in your ear through movies, through films, through culture, through religion. Your happiness was not on the table that day they were having this discussion. Your happiness as a woman was excluded. Their convenience as a man was what was their agenda. So don't let anybody pressure you to marriage you. See this animal, they wake up and down, they shout, in that end, go marry. Yeah, another person will come. Not mind them all. Then they fight for their own benefit too. Don't mind them all.
I'm not in any way putting all men in one category. Some are good, some are bad. In every gender, we've got the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you have a good man and the man is truly good to you, you don't have to leave the man because people are having bad experience with other men. So live your life, live your truth. It's not always one size fits all. The world we live in thrive in captivity, thrive in conquering nations, conquering people, conquering races, conquering genders. Men have conquered women. Like I always say, I don't know how this came about. I don't know what the whole fight was all about. We live in men's world. Do you know what that means? It means it's all about men. They are the ones in charge. Every other person that is not a man is a slave to a man. So marriage is basically you serving a man. Don't be deceived, no matter how they sugarcoat it. Even the good men expect you to serve them. So when you get into marriage, be prepared that you're going to lose yourself as a woman. It might not apply to everybody. And also, it depends on the woman that is getting into that marriage. Having your own money gives you freedom. If you want total freedom, you have to stay away from men. It's hard, but that's the truth. But if you have a good man that is not part of this whole patriarchy system, then you can be with that man and still have your freedom. But if that is not the case, being with a man is captivity, is you agreeing to enslave yourself to be a slave to that man. He would expect you to follow his command. He would expect you to respect him when he doesn't even deserve the respect, when he's not reciprocating it, when he's not respecting you just because he's a man. He would expect you to do so many things just because he's a man. He will assume that he's superior to you. He will assume that he has authority over you. He will be entitled to your services, to your body. You are expected to have children for him even when you don't want to. Even with modern marriages, women are still serving men. There's still this undertone of submit to your husband, submit to the man. I understand that we cannot have two captains in a ship. I get that. But respect is earned. You expect an adult to submit to you, to follow you blindly. Does that make sense? You're supposed to prove to that adult that you're capable of leading, that she can give you the right to lead her life because you have the ability to do that, because you have her best interest at heart. You cannot just assume that she has to do that because you are a man. This is how a lot of men think. Because I'm the man of the house, I have the right. Even for those people that don't have good head on their neck, yes, I have the right. Dense men will be speaking that they have the right to lead when they don't even know how to lead themselves. It's just like they automatically qualify to be leaders because they are men. Does that reasoning make sense? So if you're choosing to be in a relationship with a man, just have it at the back of your mind that you're going to serve that man, be it in bed. Even if some women would argue and say when it comes to intimacy, both party enjoys it. But who suffers most is the woman. You are the one taking the pills. You are the one passing through the stomach pain and all that. That man does not experience that. However, when you look at it, it's about a woman serving a man. So it's important for you to be very much aware of what you're getting into. Even when you have children, you still have to serve those children and serve the man. You still have to take care of those children for the man because you are expected to do so by the society. So it's very important for you to know exactly what you're getting into. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and I will see you all in the next one.